Hello everyone and welcome back to my series. Well, today it's a very, I'm not going to say it's a happy day. It's actually a very sad day, but at the same time, it's a very happy day. Today's show, I'm celebrating the life of a magnificent, marvelous woman that used to live next door to me. Yeah, she passed away recently, and I'm gonna invite a few people in the building. Actually, it's just 4 residents in the building that was very close friends with her. They're gonna come over for lunch, and everyone is gonna bring a dish. And then we're gonna have some wine, and we're gonna talk about this marvelous person that I've known for over 19 years. Well, anyway, so what am I gonna do today? Today I'm gonna do something very, very simple. I mean, cooking doesn't have to be extravagant. I mean, something as simple as a salad is just marvelous. If you know how to do it, that is. So what am I going to do today? Today, I'm going to make quiche. Yes, quiche. I used to hear these stories that guys don't eat quiche. Men don't eat quiche. Well, guess what? I like to break all the rules. And guess what? I love quiche. Quiche is one of the most, to me, it's the most delicious things ever. And I used to make a lot of quiche before. And I always used to invite my wonderful neighbor to come over for brunch. And we used to have quiche, a glass of wine, and I used to make her day. To tell you the truth, I'm gonna really miss her, but that's life and we all have to move on. So this one is for you, Brenda, because I knew you always loved my quiche, and I know you are watching me making this right now. So how am I going to start with this quiche? I'm making 2 quiche today. I'm going to make a ham quiche and also a vegetable quiche. So for those people that don't like meat, they could also have vegetables. And as you see, these are the vegetables I'm going to use. So tomatoes, red peppers, onions. So that's what I'm going to use. Now, before you start making your quiche, make sure you prep. Like, for example, I have grated cheese. I like to have mixed grated cheese. The onions, the red pepper, the ham, and also I have broccoli. Very important, broccoli. And I have some tomatoes. And how am I going to start this quiche? Simple. I'm not telling you to make pastry. I just go to a grocery store and I buy pie crust pastry. I mean, okay, I'm not advertising who these people are, but I like to buy pie crust pastry, and it works marvelous because the crust has a little sweetness to it that makes the quiche really delicious. That's why I like it. So, okay, so this is what you need: the vegetable, the ham, the pie crust. Get your oven on 350 degrees and preheat it, because once you start your quiche, that's gonna go in the oven for at least an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. So make sure you prep before you start everything else. I've already prepped. So what do I do first? First of all, the onions. I've chopped some onions, and here's some pie crust which I already have in front of me. So I'm gonna put the onions inside of the pie crust. Yes, I'm gonna use my hands. A lot of people saying, why don't I use gloves? Why don't I, I love using my hands. As long as your hands are clean, so what's the big difference? Use your hands, and it's really, really nice to kind of know, your hands really does make a difference when you cook. So, okay, I'm gonna use all these onions. A lot of you guys will think, why use so much onions? Onions is very good for you, number one, and by the time the onion dissolves, you would hardly know that there's onions in this. So let me just show you. You see, quite a lot of onions. Next, I'm going to put the ham in one of those because remember, I'm making two different quiches today. Ham, so I'm gonna spread the ham across like so. I hope you're taking attention to this. So this is it. Okay, so that's the ham and I'm gonna mix it with the onions. Okie doke, that looks good. And the next one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the pepper to the vegetarian one. So I'm gonna pour the pepper in. So this is onions and pepper and the broccoli. So I'm gonna put broccoli around this one. Just put broccoli. I like to chop the broccoli and just kind of mix it. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. So I'm mixing the broccoli with that. Okay, this is looking really, really good. Okay, I'm actually gonna add a little more ham to the ham quiche. I'm actually gonna add all the ham. This looks okay, nice and mixed. Mix it together, just the way I'm doing it. And I'm gonna show you, so here we go. This is the vegetable one. And this is the ham. And what I like to do, I like to add a little bit of pepper. And I love Cajun pepper. Oh my gosh, Cajun pepper is very good for you. So I like to sprinkle a little Cajun pepper on top of that. Okay, now you add the cheese. Now again, I've already grated the cheese, so I'm gonna add the cheese on both of my quiches. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna blend the cheese, blend it into the ingredients. So cheese, of course, is very important. See what I'm doing? I'm actually mixing the cheese. As I said, there's no way to do this but using your hands. I'm sorry. I like to use my hands because I could see exactly what I'm doing and I could feel it too. So I'm mixing all the cheese, make it even. It has to be even, remember that. Okay, I'm gonna add all this cheese. Okay, lovely. Okay. Okay, just make sure that you got enough cheese. This is looking very, very good right now. Okay, so I'm just continuing making sure that it's even. So again, I like to show people what I'm doing. So this is what I'm doing. So here you go. This is the vegetarian one. And this is the quiche, the ham quiche. Now, I've already beaten some eggs. So those people that are kind of allergic to eggs or are worried about cholesterol, you could always buy egg beaters. And what I do, I usually have about 5 eggs and about 6 egg yolk. And then I mix it with water, a little milk, salt, pepper, again Cajun pepper, and I whisk the eggs, make sure it's really nice and whisked. And again, as you can see, the eggs is ready to roll. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slowly pour the eggs on top of the quiche. Well, the raw quiche. Now you pour it and then you pour it slowly because you do not want it to overflow. Okay, make sure you pour it slowly. And how do you know if you have enough eggs? Make sure that the egg literally reaches the surface of the pie crust, okay? This is how you know that you've had enough eggs in this. Okay. And if you could see what I'm doing, I'm circling it around, making sure that the egg goes right inside the crust of the, the pie crust. Yep, this looks really good. Yep. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That is just enough. Really, really good. Excellent. Anyway, so let me just quickly show you guys this. I don't know if you could see it. Right. Now, for one of the quiche, I've already got some tomatoes which I've kind of chopped in circles, and I'm gonna make a little design on the ham quiche. I'm gonna make a little design so it looks really professionally done. Okay, and let me just show you what I'm doing. Again, this is it. I don't know if you could see it. A little design just to kind of right in the center. And my oven is already on 315 degrees. It's been preheating. So now I'm gonna carefully put this in the oven. If you can see, I have a baking tray. I also have some foil, because once this is start cooking, it's gonna rise. So this is, make sure you have, baking tray, and make sure you got tin foil. And now I'm gonna put this in the oven. Okie doke. Right. Okay, guys. So you put this in the oven and you make it and you cook it for at least an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. How do you know it's cooked? You will slowly see that the egg is like puffing up, and once the egg starts puffing up, and then you take it out of the oven and then you just kind of pat it a little bit. In that way, you know that the dish is cooked and it's ready. You take it out of the oven and you let it cool down. Do not cut it or anything until at least 15 minutes later, so it's cool, so you could actually cut it evenly. Well, whilst this is cooking, I just want to say to all my fans who's given me suggestions, I have to laugh because some of the suggestions are so funny. One of the suggestions was, why don't you put a shirt on? Well, I've already mentioned to everyone that I am at home and I'm cooking, and this is how I am at home. I do not need to put on a shirt. And, this is me. This is Chris Henry at home. I am not in a restaurant. I am not at anybody's house. And this is how I am. So remember that. Cheers to you all for all the wonderful comments and all the suggestions. And I love you guys very much. Simply, you guys are marvelous. I'm doing this show because I know a lot of you have sent me comments saying to me, do more cooking shows. I haven't finished my other shows. My other shows are still coming because I like to give people an option. So cheers. Cheers to my wonderful neighbor who has left this earth. I love her very much. I will never forget her. And I know she's looking up on me now. And not only her, cheers to many of my other friends who have left this earth. And I'm celebrating their life today. Cheers to you. Oh my gosh. Well, what do I like to serve quiche with? I like to serve quiche with wine. I love German Riesling. This is one of the best wines you could serve quiche with. German Riesling is just wonderful. I usually buy that and then I usually chill it. And with Riesling, with a quiche, you cannot go wrong. It's just one of the most wonderful things. If you do not cannot get German Riesling, or you like a little sweeter wine, I would say White Zinfandel. A lot of ladies like to drink this. I mean, my mom likes this wine, and I know a lot of people, they love to drink kind of Swedish wine. This is also very good with quiche. So, I love the magic of television. Every time I watch a cooking show, it's always like, there you go, it's ready. So guess what? I already made a quiche for you and it's ready to be served. So let me get it. So this is the ham quiche I made and I want you to see how it is. You see, nicely baked. I've let it was been cooling now for the past 20 minutes. It looks really, really wonderful and I'm ready to serve this. So I'm gonna cut this. If I could get myself a sharp knife. Okay, what I usually do is cut it right in the middle. Make sure you cut it really finely. Take your time, do not rush. Cut it. Okay. And then I'm gonna cut it again. Okay, now, if I could find myself a serving spoon, let me see, here you go. Okay. Okay, this looks amazing. So this is how I'm gonna serve the quiche today. So as you can see, I have spinach, cucumber, tomato, and quiche. Fresh, warm quiche. I'm telling you, this is, everyone likes quiche. I don't care who you are, everyone likes it. This is one of my favorite dishes. I used to make this for my next door neighbor, and every time she knew I was making quiche, she was always knocking on my door. Gosh, I miss you, Brenda, and you're wonderful, and this show is for you. Thank you guys again for liking my show. You know, you guys are amazing. Hold on a minute. Oh. I'm just gonna get a piece of fork. Well, I'm gonna try this myself because what's the point of making something if you cannot try it? Oh my gosh, this is delicious. Really, really delicious. I could eat this all day. And the good thing about quiche is that you could have it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, anytime. Even in the middle of the night, if you feel peckish, you could have a piece of quiche. I'm gonna continue eating this because my guests are not gonna come until 3 o'clock. So, thank you for watching my show. I'm Chris Henry. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Have a good day, everyone. Cheers to you all. Goodbye.